listening to The Mindful Messes, where tamed chaos meets honest conversations. We are glad you're here. Let's begin.
All right, Sabika, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to try to cut through the noise that's being created around health and fitness, unrealistic expectations, diet plans that are not sustainable, and they're just used to, fit into that dress that we couldn't fit into. Just like any other episode, we're not going to be confining this episode into, we're not just going to make it about sharing information. We're going to be sharing our journey, how our journey of transformation started. What were the triggers? Were those triggers healthy or unhealthy? And what we think about it at this present moment. I have been through the phase of life where I have, Googled healthy diets and then just, close the tab. Within 5 minutes saying that this is too hard. So I'm gonna let you start and share your journey, how it started for you. You are more of a health freak than I am, very consistent about exercising, walking, and especially what you eat. I've known you for a long time and I really admire you for that. You actually know what's going in your tummy all the time. Whatever is on the plate, you know what it has and how is it going to impact your body. And now Azel as well, how is this going to impact Azel's body? So it's pretty inspiring. So I will let you take the mic.
That was a great start, Uruj. So yeah, this is a very, very, very interesting and passionate topic, I would say, close to my heart and close to both of us as well. So we discuss a lot about health and fitness and our journeys and what we do day to day and things we follow, dietitians we consult with.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to share here, lots in common and a lot of personal stories which come here. But then what you said, you already touched on a few topics, which is consistency and mindful eating. So that's a big umbrella, but that if anybody understands that, consistency is the key. So the habits around food and whatever you consider as health and fitness, if I can go for a walk for an hour today, but tomorrow I can't, that's fine, that's life. But then the next day you get up and go for 10 minutes. So that, because life is long, you can't just follow some things for 3 months and then that's it. And that's why the fads and crash diets and all those things, they don't work. The shortcuts don't work.
They don't.
It's actually about consistency and always being mindful of what you're putting in the body and what you're doing with the body. So that's a very interesting point you already touched on. Now just to share where it started for me.
Before you get into the story, I'm sorry, I would like to say that we're not nutritionists and we're not dietitians either. Whatever we are sharing is actually our personal experiences and what we have learned from them. And same with Sabika, she knows a lot about it because she puts a lot of energy into maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So we're not making any suggestions. We are sharing our stories. So do your research before following anything that we share.
Yes, that's the disclaimer we put, and I think everybody does that, disclaimers on social media, because that's what it is. Everything, if you just open social media, you only see posts and videos and things and suggestions and prescriptions about diet. And what you should be doing to look good, certain weight, certain shape, certain figure, certain type of a body, because it's all visual, right? It's all visual these days. So yeah, but then of course, as you said, we are not nutritionists, dietitians, or any experts in this field. We are, as the whole concept of mindful messes is sharing our stories, bringing real life stories, and sharing that with our community. So that's what we are doing in this subject. Whatever we have done and whatever I will be talking about, as well as all my research. So if you take anything you want to take takeaways from what I share, you need to do your own research before taking anything or applying anything
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
your lifestyle.
Yep.
So yeah, for me it was back in 2012, I would say. No, or even before that. It was 2009. Yeah, that's when I started
Wow.
working. Yeah, 2009. Yes, when I was at a shop with my friend, my roommate, and she was buying some jeans, and I also wanted to buy jeans. So she was just choosing from all these different patterns and embroidered and everything. And then I asked this guy that, why are you not showing me any more varieties? You just showed me one variety of blue and one variety of black jeans. And he said, मैम आपका वेस्ट 34 है एंड इसमें तो और कोई वैरायटी आता नहीं है. To translate that, your waist is 34 size, and we don't have any variety in this size. So back in 2009 in the city of Pune, that was my just that aha moment. Then, oh, okay, what did you just say? Like, okay. So then I didn't feel bad on that guy, but then after coming back, I was like, do I need to do something? My roommate, who was buying 26 jeans at that time, and mine 32, 34, didn't have sizes. So let's do something about it. I joined the gym in my workplace, and then I got hooked into it. So somehow from then till now, I have done some kind of exercise or any physical activity into my lifestyle all these years.
Yes.
That's what and life has changed. Like life, I was in my early 20s back then, and life has definitely changed so much from 2019 until 2026. But yes, it started by looking good and fitting into that jeans. So that's how it started, and then there were a lot of things how it evolved, and then changed the food habits as well, following certain diets, which I did at that time also, and which I'm doing now as well. So we'll talk about that more.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Like looking at you, even when I met you for the first time, I don't think it was ever about the looks, but obviously that's how it started. For me, I was always a chubby girl from the beginning, and I think I have grown up listening to this, that, no one is going to be attracted towards you. You don't look good in clothes. You do not wear these kind of clothes because they don't look good on you, because you're overweight and things like that. Even when I got married, I still remember, and I remember shedding tears. The lady who was doing my makeup, the beautician, she told me that, your husband, even though he's older than you, 5 years older than you, you look older than him, because you look bigger than him. That's exactly what she said, and I was devastated. But I, even at that time, I don't think it occurred to me, about bringing about that change, because I wanted to. It never occurred to me at that time. Even though my mom, she used to, she used to say that all the time. But I just loved eating, and I loved it. And then when I was coming to Australia, then again there was a pressure that, you need to look good. Your way of dressing is going to change. How are you going to be looking in that kind of dresses and all that? So, and then I consulted a dietitian in Pakistan, and I lost around 12 kilos, and that was significant considering the age that I was in. But the diet that I followed was extremely awful. I don't think that anyone can sustain it. So I was deprived of oil in my food. I was deprived of carbs and sweets as well. So it is basically, eating boiled stuff in salads, like you're giving to a patient who can't really digest a lot of food. And then when I came to Australia, I couldn't sustain that. And then after falling pregnant, the same thing happened. I gained a lot of weight. I was 90 kilos when I was towards the end of my pregnancy. And then when I went to Pakistan, the same thing that happened to you. I was shopping and I was looking for a dress, and I just couldn't find what I liked. And whatever I would like, we had the same issue of size. And the guy,
the dress.
Yes, exactly. It's always the dress, isn't it? And then the guy tells me, well, maybe you should lose some weight if you want to wear pretty dresses. And I left that shop crying. And it was it was devastating at that time, how you are perceived when you look a certain way. It's that's how it started for me. And then when I came back, I think that was around 2019 or something as well. I remember because I'd gone for my brother's wedding, and when I came back, I was just complaining to you, and you said that, do you really want to lose weight? I said yes, and then you referred me to a dietitian, but even that diet was extremely strict and not sustainable at all. And that's probably how we got into this idea of how weight loss is not about a 6-month diet plan. It's about changing. It's about change in the whole lifestyle, making that a habit. And when you follow a certain diet plan, your body does respond to it in a way that you're not able to eat a lot as you used to eat, right? So, and then it's about adding those nutrients which your body can benefit from. It's not about starving yourself from those nutritions. It's about eating the right kind of food, what your body actually needs, because your body is doing a lot of work without being vocal about it. There's so many things happening constantly in our body, even when we are resting.
Especially when we are resting.
So where does our body get the energy from? So that's something that we need to focus on. And it's sad that we had to realize it that way. And I think where we come from, most of girls realize it that way as well.
Yeah, I think when you were talking about that, that's what I was thinking, that it's majorly big. I think that's the part of the world where we come from. How that body shaming is done. And you need to be a certain weight and shape to be able to wear certain kind of dress. But I don't see that coming here in this part of the world, because people are of any shape and they still fit into bikinis, swimsuits, and when we see people on the beach, they wear anything, whatever they like. That's their dress. But it's majorly to do with where we come from. But then that's how it's a kicking point, and then you're realizing that okay, you need to do something about it. But then definitely it's not the external factor, it's the internal. It's majorly the internal.
Absolutely.
Because you can wear anything, you look good. If you feel good, you look good.
Absolutely.
If I see myself in the mirror and say, oh my god, what the hell, then I will not look good in anything
exactly.
So there are things now you can just choose as per your body. So I think if I go back and advise something to the early 20s Sabika, I would be like, I could wear something else, and I could wear just that jeans. If the embroidered or the other colorful jeans doesn't exist or they don't make it, that's fine. I look good in the other plain blue and plain black genes as well if I can carry it with confidence.
Exactly.
So, but then it just starts with that external beauty, and especially for females, which is very hard because it's very different for a male in terms of looks and how they look, and they have to reduce weight because of looks.
For men, it's more about maintaining a healthy weight for health reasons. But for where, at least from where I come from, it was for women, nobody really cared how it impacts your health. It's about how you look, how, it's all these, the way that you appear, the way that you look. Basically, you're taught to think in a way that's what's going to decide the kind of partner you're going to get, and the kind of life you're going to live, and how you're going to be treated by your partner. And everything is just confined into, for a woman, looks and how it's going to affect the partner. There's nothing beyond that, honestly. I don't think there is any. And that's what I've noticed, that when I look at my mom, and I look at females of same age over here, there's a humongous difference in health.
Yes.
It's my mom's just 62 or 63, but she has more health problems than anyone of the same age over here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because
it's a lot to do with genetics as well, and the environment around.
Yes,
but then yes, that's very true. It's very remarkably seen.
Yeah, exactly.
How quickly we coming from South Asian backgrounds grow older.
Yeah.
Than the similar age people in other parts of the world, and especially Australia. So yeah,
exactly right. Because we're not trying to deviate from the topic, but it's more of a the outlook towards life as well. It's when it comes to a woman, her let's take the example of my mother. Her job as a human being is almost done, because her kids, they're settled now. She doesn't have to worry about anything, and all. And before this age, before the empty nest syndrome, she was just looking after us and never herself. So even there's definitely genetic factors, there's environmental factors, but I don't think we enough emphasis has been made in our regions to benefit, or to even explore how we can benefit from the environment around us.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good topic to talk about for some time as well. It's emphasizing or prioritizing your health on above everything else.
Yes.
So I think what I have been taught as also, and if I think about my mom as well, and that's ingrained in our consciousness, because that's what I've seen since I've been born, that I as a woman need to sacrifice myself for my kids and my family.
Yes.
So I will be cooking for everyone. I'll be feeding them. I'll be taking care of them. I'll be doing everything for other people, not thinking about my own self. So keeping myself at the sidelines, and that's it. So that's the purpose, and that's what I've been born for on this earth. And that's what happens with most of the females, because they never take care of their food. They eat in another interesting thing, mothers eat from kids' plates. Whatever they leave, they just eat. So they eat their own food, and then they eat whatever is left on the plates as well, because you can't throw food, you can't waste food. And that's right, but that doesn't mean that you put it in your stomach. So if your child has not eaten the food, if it's leftovers, either pack it for the next day, keep it in the fridge. Very simple. If it's something which can be, you need to take care of the nutrition and the freshness of the food as well. or just throw it in the bin. Just chuck it in the bin. It's not good, but teach the child to not leave food on the plate, not
Yeah.
put it in your stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but the thing I would like to emphasize is that it's the reason it's important to give up that school of thought, because if you are unhealthy, you're not able to take care of anything. So
yes.
and you're more of a burden for people around you if you're unhealthy. So
Yeah.
if you, when you're healthy, you're performing well and everything's going okay, you're needed, that's fine. But when your health starts to deteriorate, you're someone who is supposed to be taken care of.
Yeah.
You're dependent,
Yeah.
and not taking care of health in the early stages of life, especially the stages that we are in. In later stages, we are becoming more and more dependent. I think that's one of the things that adds into a lot of mental health problems in the later stages of life as well, because you get to know that, I've been doing all these things, but I haven't done anything for myself. And what have I got from all the sacrifices that I've made?
Right.
So basically, I don't think the sacrifices, they need to be made.
Yeah. You always can have a balance depending on what your priorities are. So that's what when you were saying that we need to take care of our health and for now for our later age. So I've read a study where they say that whatever you do now, like whatever I did in my 20s for my health, walks or exercise or food or anything I did in 20s, it impacted my 30s.
Yeah.
And whatever I did in my 30s, it's impacting my 40s. And whatever I'm doing now will impact my 50s. So whatever I do now, in the long run, it doesn't have effect now. So it's not short term. Short term is different. Short term you do crash diet. Short term you do a diet plan with a dietitian. You need to you have a certain goal and you need to do something or fit in a certain dress for a wedding or something. Go then do it. I have done that. I've done a lot of diet plans since I have been into this journey and with different dietitians, and it has always worked. But for shorter durations. But then what you create your lifestyle, what happens is it forms you for the next 10 years. So whatever we are doing now, it's actually for the future 10 years, which is very, very important. So finding that time is very hard for everybody, and it's for me as well, because I think as much as I say that I'm a morning person, I used to go to the gym at 5:30 in the morning.
I remember that time
before Azel. So 5:30 in the morning, get up from the bed. Since the time I've come to Australia in 2016, sorry, I'm forgetting years. 2016, it'll be 10 years now, 26 in August. Since that time, I found a gym just across the road from my house, and membership, and 5:30, and I was in the gym because that was the only time I can exercise. And then office starts, preparing lunch and everything, going to work, coming, and evenings are just whatever other things we are doing. But then life happened, then things happened, then first pregnancy happened, then second pregnancy happened, and of course then things break. And now, of course, after Azel, I can't go to the gym. So there's no gym since last 2.5 years, no gym at all. But then what I have done is I have weights and kettlebells and ropes and elastic bands and steps, and they are very easy things to find, and some dumbbells you have lent me as well, so I use them very religiously.
I'm glad someone is using them.
And a yoga mat, so whatever works for you. And I follow, because I have been I agree that you need a physical trainer. You can't just start exercising on your own in your house, because if you don't know the basics, you will injure yourself. So,
Yeah.
so because I have been to the gym in the early stages, and I've worked with the personal trainers in India, and even here you need to pay for a personal trainer, which is very expensive. But yeah, but you do that if you
Yeah.
really care
Yeah.
about yourself.
Yeah.
It's a worth investment, because
Yeah.
we just go and buy those $100 dresses. So yeah, so,
Exactly.
so
Then you have to pay for, to fit into them too.
yes, yeah, that's right. So yeah, but it's very important to work under a personal trainer, because then
Yeah.
you don't need to have any injuries while you're exercising. But if you know the form, shape, and everything, you know the forms of exercise and how you do it, you can easily do them at home. And so that's what I've been doing now. I have my collection at home, and I do 3 to 4 times a day weightlifting, 3 to 4 times a week, weightlifting, weight bearing exercises. So I used to do much heavier weights at the gym, and I would still say that if you want to do heavy weights, we have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for a time when Azel is a bit more independent, and I have a bit more time, then I can go back to the gym. I would love to, because if I really want to do deadlifts with heavy weight as I used to, I have to be in the gym. I can't do it at home. It's not possible. You need to be supervised while doing that as well. So, but I do whatever I can do with my kettlebells and other dumbbells I have. So
That's great. That's
yeah.
that's what I wanted to mention, is that usually when we the kind of schedule that you mentioned, not everyone is capable of doing that. So hats off to you. But that's not the only remedy to get healthy and to exercise. So most of the time, people do get into that phase where they're extremely motivated and they want to join a gym. But then there are set of people, and even the same people who are very motivated initially, the ones that are motivated initially, they can't cope up with the gym, because it's more following the trend and following that prescription.
Yeah.
But but it's not one size fits all.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. So it's about choosing what suits your lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's what makes it sustainable. So for me, going to gym is a big no-no, because I just don't like the idea of going to the gym or exercising there in front of people as well. Like you mentioned that you have another friend who has the same issue.
Yeah.
For me, I haven't exercised for few months, and I've trying so hard to get back into into that, doing, even if walking, because I used to walk.
Yeah.
So even if it's walking, and if you want to add some resistance into walking, you can have a backpack, add something into that backpack.
Like
That's
you
your
can have
habits.
ankle weights.
Exactly.
So
That's
just have
it.
ankle weights
Exactly.
and then
That's
walk
it.
with that.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but you know how what I suggested that other friend as well, that now, and it is very new, and I'm not like promoting any business here, but it was just something which came on my Instagram. So we talk so much about social media, but there is good information as well there. It depends on what you take out of it. So there are home gyms now. So
Yeah.
what that advertisement was, that you don't like to go to gym, you do not like to exercise in front of other people, we come to you with the gym. So it's
Yeah.
mobile gym. Amazing business concept, whoever started it. So mobile gym,
Yeah.
they come to your house with all the equipments. So they bring the equipment, you just have to provide a space.
Yeah.
And they train you. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's a thing to check out.
Yeah, exactly. But even then, if you don't like hardcore exercises, it's about whatever you like, but that mobilization is extremely important. It's extremely important. I was reading something on this, I forgot if it was the World Health Organization website or something, that even like if you're watching TV, keep your remote away from you, so that you're able to get up and move. Even the little bit of mobility is extremely important. So you don't have to join a gym. you can just start at home. You can just start by walking in a park near you.
Little steps, right? That's what
Exactly.
matters. Little
Yeah.
steps, and then consistent steps,
Yeah,
and then see where
exactly.
you go, what you like, because it's all, everything is about investing in yourself. You're not doing this for anybody else. You're
No,
doing it
exactly.
for just yourself.
Hmm.
And of course, now at this stage and age, it should not be about. It sometimes still is, I would say, about looking good and
That's
fitting.
inevitable for us.
Yeah, but I
That
think it
thought.
should not be, because now it's more
Yeah.
about, and being a female, it's more about how strong I will be when I'll be in my
Yeah.
50s and
Yeah.
60s, and how less help I would need from others, from my family when I'm older, and how less I could break my bones and take care of my hip and knee, and that's why they say, that's why there's so much of research on
Yeah.
why it is so important to do weight bearing exercises for
Yeah.
females. And again, it's the thing which I have heard in my country, that you should not do that. Women
Yeah.
should not lift weights.
Yeah.
No, you will
It's
become
actually the
masculine.
opposite. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you will grow muscle.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's not right. That's
Yeah.
I have never grown muscle. I've been doing weightlifting and weight
Yeah.
bearing exercise for so many years.
Yeah.
So personal experience, I've never grown, like I don't look muscular.
Yeah.
I don't like females looking muscular as well.
Yeah.
It should
You
be
look
a
entirely
particular
feminine.
shape.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's send that message to all the people who told you that she looks feminine.
I know, yeah. So there are so many myths about what females should be doing, should not be doing. Even
exactly.
for in pregnancy, they say you should not be exercising. So that's not true. Yeah, you should be exercising until the last day if you can. Depending on what your obstetrician or your gynecologist have told you, what conditions you have. So I have exercised with Azel absolutely till the last
Yeah,
minute.
I know that. Yeah,
So,
yeah, I've seen
yeah.
that, yes,
And same with
yeah.
my sister as well. So she's a physiotherapist, and of course she knows more on the subject than me any day. And she has exercised in the gym. So at least I was not going to the gym because I was not comfortable with the big belly going to the gym. But she was exercising with literally on machines and lifting heavy weights until the last day of her delivery, and then she delivered a healthy baby. So yeah, and then now she's back in her shape and back to and still breastfeeding and still exercising. I just called her yesterday and she was like huffing and puffing, and I'm in the gym, and she has a 6-month old daughter.
Yeah.
So this is also something like, oh, now I have kids and I have a baby to take care of. I can't take care of myself. Why can't you? I mean, you can. If you want to, you can. We are in different countries. So I understand that in countries like India, Pakistan, you get more help with babies. But so maybe people listening will say, it's very easy to do that. But how many people do it actually? How many? Everybody has help, but not everybody is in the gym like my sister with a 6-month-old baby. And here we don't get any help. But still, if you prioritize yourself above anything else, that's the key.
Exactly. We've been told always to be giving and caring, but until and unless we are healthy in the head and in the body, we can't be that giving person.
Yeah, you fill from the full cup, not from an empty cup.
Exactly. Right. That's right. So it's just even if you want to look good, there's nothing wrong about it, but doing it in a healthy way, not doing it in a way that leaves you malnourished is good. At least then you're looking good, and you're also contributing to a healthy lifestyle when you grow older. When it's not going to be about looks that much anymore. So it's just it's absolutely fine if you're doing it for looking good as well. For us, how we were conveyed that message wasn't really healthy, but it is.
And as I said, it's the even in pregnancy you consult your doctors before doing any exercises. That's true. And same is for generally as well. Generally also, uh, if you are doing any exercises or following a particular diet or eating, not eating, everything should be driven by your pre-existing or existing conditions as well. So
Yeah,
your
yeah,
bloods, that's
absolutely.
very important, very important.
Absolutely.
Everybody should know what's going on in their body.
Yep.
So always have your blood profiling done, which people know about, but it's just a reminder that we should be doing that every once in
Yes.
6 months if you
Yeah.
don't have anything which you're tracking more sooner. So I'm feeling lethargic and very tired, and I don't feel like this because of my workload or because of my toddler or because of other. But did you know that maybe you are less on iron? So that's why you're feeling lethargic. That doesn't mean you go and pop some iron tablets and start taking iron tablets or some other supplement to feel more energetic, but it should be always driven by your bloods and what you actually need. There's a lot
Yeah.
of social media about these multivitamins as well. So I have taken multivitamins. Iron is one thing which I have to take time and time again because I'm a thalassemia minor,
Yeah.
which I only got to know when I came to Australia,
Yep.
actually. So I never knew that why my hemoglobin levels were so
So low, yeah.
low and always on the border side. Though I eat well, I know I'm a non-vegetarian, so I eat meat, red meat, but it doesn't help because of the physiological condition, because my white blood cells are very narrow. So that's what a thalassemia minor is. So thank God John is not, otherwise it would
Yeah, I
have been
know.
a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what they immediately tested him for it. So I had to take iron throughout my first pregnancy. I had to take iron throughout my second pregnancy and doubling the dose towards the end of it. And now I currently also am on iron supplement for 3 months, and then I'll do my bloods again. And then they go for a normal level, and then after some time I need to again take that. But because I can't replace it with food, though
Yeah.
I still take care. I include beetroot, I include spinach, I include pomegranates. I'm mindful of the things which can give me iron. But yeah, if you have something, you take that. If you have a deficiency of vitamin D, you need to take vitamin D. You just
Yeah.
can't go out in the sun and say,
Yeah,
okay, I'll get
yeah.
all the vitamin D from sun. So
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
certain natural things we can do, but
Yeah.
then you need to supplement as well for
Correct.
things which you can't
Yes,
get
yes.
naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the multivitamins and minerals. They're actually very essential for our health as well. As you mentioned about iron, it's essential for your health. Same with vitamin C, zinc, and all these things. They are important. But even if you're taking supplementation, you're right that you can't really rely completely on them, and they do not replace the food that you're eating. And a lot of fruits, the color of the fruits and the vegetables, they are more telling us what they comprise of, what kind of minerals and vitamins they have.
Yeah.
So I definitely would recommend taking extra supplementation. You do benefit from it. It's but it's not a replacement for food.
Yeah, it is not. That's what they say.
Exactly. And they're actually more ignored at times because mostly the focus is on macronutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. I was reading, and carbohydrates actually involved, like it can encourage the release of serotonin, which is a happy chemical in your brain. That's why, you guys, if you have gone on diets that is deprived of carbs, you might have experienced mood swings. I have. So carbohydrate is one of the macronutrients that is used the most by your body for energies, for to produce energies that carry out very important chemical reactions in the body. So it's something that you shouldn't completely be neglecting. Is what I think. But what you can choose is the kind of carbohydrates you're taking. Replacing white bread from replacing white bread with the brown bread. There's no such thing as inherent bad and good carbs. It's because we eat so much processed food. It's because that fiber content is removed from it, which makes it unhealthy. So you can have brown rice instead of white rice. The white rice, if you have white rice, you might get the feeling of hunger a bit quicker as opposed to brown rice.
Yeah, because it takes longer to process it.
Exactly.
And it remains with
exactly
us for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically finding the right substitute where you're not malnourished. And getting the nutrients that are important for your well-being, than just giving it up completely. And that's what happens in crash diets and the other diets that but the dietitian that I'm consulting at the moment, I actually like her because I think that the the diet that she's giving me, I think it's sustainable. So it's all about portion control. So she adds carbs, she adds proteins and fibers and everything in that diet. It's just the quantity that's needed every day. You're still on calorie deficient diet, but you're still getting those nutrients that you need. And
there's a lot of talk about calories
Yeah.
and going on reduced low calorie diet, but that's a very not understood thing, I think. Because you can have the same amount of calorie eating a very unhealthy food with no nutritional benefit of the
Absolutely.
macronutrients which you were talking
Yes.
about, carbs,
Yes.
carbs, fat, and proteins.
Yes.
And same calorie of a healthy, so a healthy plate and an unhealthy plate
Yes.
can be of same calorie, 100 calories.
Yeah.
But the unhealthy one, of course, will not have any benefit to your body, but you are still controlling your calories. So you're still under that calorie bracket. So what you eat is very, very important, and how you're framing that. Yes.
So basically you're overfed but undernourished.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So you will still lose weight if you're counting calories and you're very restricting yourself to, because there are some diets which say that 500 calories, 600 calories, but then how you're getting those calories is very very important. And then when we're talking about macronutrients as well, so the diet which I am following now, so I'm also doing this diet which I've started back in November, and there was the one trigger now for starting that diet was I've started noticing fat deposit on my abdomen area, so my formal pants were not fitting me, and I've already lost my pregnancy weight. I was very good at losing pregnancy weight, and I've breastfed for an year, and everything is fine. But suddenly, I don't know what happened last year. I just started picking up weight, and because I was on the borderline 40 and now plus 40, I was like, oh my god, I need to do something because I can't just leave it like that. And now the diet I am on, it's very prescribed diet again, similar things which I have done in the past. So I know that if I can't follow this all through my life, I will bounce back again. So, but it's working for now. What I am learning based on my past experience, because I have so much of knowledge with my own experience, that I ask a lot of questions with my dietitian as well, and what it has is less carbs. That's what I'm noticing. It's less carbs, more fat, and more protein in the diet, and of course the quantity of what you're eating, and then it include a lot of things like a lot of things which I know are good for me, but then it just doesn't fit in the routine and schedule, and you have to have that routine and schedule to follow for a whole life. You have to eat fruits. So now in my diet I have fruits, have to eat salad. Remember, I've read this book, Glucose Goddess, by Jessie Inchospe. So and what hacks she has in the even if we understand that, it's amazing to follow the whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Start your meal with greens.
Yeah.
So salads first, and then fat, and then protein, and then fat at the end, or carbs. So start with veggies. So whatever plate we eat, so because as soon as you fill your tummy with veggies, it makes a cover.
Yeah.
And then if you put at the end, you put carbs. First thing is, your brain also already has got that signal that it's getting full. Instead of having carbs at the start, have carbs at the end. So there's certain things which we can really follow, and there's a lot of talk about ketogenic diets and reducing your carbs and increase ketogenic is too strict. Just completely go off carbs and only eat meat and protein and fat. So protein, fat, and you can only get that amount of protein from meat, basically. So I'm not sure how my vegetarian friends can follow a ketogenic diet. There must be something. I'm not an expert in that, but as for I understand, it works for people. I know people who are following ketogenic diet for years, and it is working for them. But then I think right balance and whatever we can sustain for the whole life without bouncing back is what we should be doing, and feeling how you're feeling about it. So one thing which I've noticed when I started this diet, that I'm feeling much better than how I was feeling before. I was feeling more lethargic, more energy drained, because I have a terrible 2 with me as well. So I feel more energetic, light, and so that's what this is doing as of now. And the sustainable way is, even if I go out of this diet, what I am thinking now is to really reduce the carbs I take. And by carbs, I mean the rotis, the parathas in my diet, the chawal, which is rice, and Indian breads I'm talking about. So just reduce that or not take that, and just eat the curries and the vegetable. And
That's it. That's exactly when I came here, and when I signed up for the diet that you recommended me to. Before that, I used to actually complain that I don't eat a lot at all. Why am I gaining all this weight? I don't eat a lot at all. But when I went on that diet, that was a wake-up call that I was eating a lot, and not only a lot of crap, I would say. But one thing I've noticed, that once you get the first month is really hard, because it's a whole new change, mentally and physiologically as well. But once you get into that cycle of healthy eating, for me it has been hard to bounce back. I do have maybe 1 or 2 consecutive days where I'm like, I want to eat crap. But after that, my body really cannot take it further. It's actually, if my body's actually it refuses, and you feel extra bloated. You don't feel good, and you don't feel good about yourself. So so when you practice something for a longer period of time, it becomes a part of you. It's about that. It's about mindset. So anything that your brain is used to, right? It doesn't. It likes that, because it doesn't have to waste a lot of energy in coming up with new options. So the same autopilot mode that we were talking about. But once it's about going against the gravity, once your brain is getting all the new routine and schedule, it has to work hard, and it tells you to stop doing that. And that's why the initial months and the weeks are hard. But once you go against the gravity, it becomes a part of you.
And that's very natural, to derail and then come back, and derail and come back, because it's we talk about sustainability and consistency. So consistency is also realizing that you failed, and then okay, now I need to get back on track. So
Yeah.
you come off track and then you go back
Exactly.
on track. So
Yeah.
but it's very interesting when I joined back work now, and my colleagues noticed that there's some change in me, and they were like, "Oh, you look different." And then I tell everyone that yeah, I'm very openly I'm dieting. I'm on a specific diet, so I'm losing weight, which is good. That's what I want. That's what my goal is. And then this female, she's like, "Oh, but why do you need to lose weight?
Yeah.
You look good."
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. I'm not losing weight to look good. I know
Yeah.
that I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm not overweight or now.
Yes.
This was not about looks. This was just about that visceral fat, which
Fat.
I
Yes, I
understood
wanted to come to
on
that.
my
Yes.
abdomens.
Yeah, and
And as a female, it's very bad. So
Yeah.
I don't want to have injuries later
Yeah.
in life, as we spoke about. I don't want to have a big belly,
Yeah.
and have heart conditions and deposit of all those cholesterol
Correct.
and LDLs and
Absolutely. Yes.
HDLs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where it starts. So it
Yeah.
starts from the belly, and
Yes.
specifically for females, and also my job of sitting whole day.
Mm.
So yeah, that was the thing. It's like yeah,
Yeah.
I know I don't
Yeah.
need to lose weight,
Yes.
but what is going on inside me,
Yes.
it's only I know that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's good if you shared that, because I don't think a lot of information, a lot of healthcare professionals, I don't know if they if the patient is told this story that you just mentioned to me, the consequences of how visceral fat contributes to major progressive diseases like cardiovascular diseases and all these diseases, they're actually interconnected to each other. They're progressing from one to other, and how you can change lifestyle or the choices that you're making. You can actually concentrate on the modifiable factors that are contributing towards that condition.
Yeah.
Right? You can't do anything to genetics.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can modify the conditions that could make it worse. And
Yeah.
just that's one of the
without taking
things.
any action. So if you don't do anything, then it will get worse. Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's 80.
yeah.
But that's the thing. It's 80% diet. If it's
Yeah.
hard for you to exercise because you're going through a certain stage in life that's making it harder,
Yeah.
focus on the diet.
Yeah.
But this is something that I need to come back on track as well. That is the exercise. That exercise actually is extremely good for your mental health as well. Apparently, it's involved in making new neural pathways in your brain, making you feel better.
Yeah.
So it is important.
Yeah.
So
Because
I
all the
do.
good feel good hormones which
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is released when
Yeah.
you exercise, that's really true. So,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
So
not
it's interesting. I wanted to share this with you. I was listening to this podcast by Huberman, and so he has this. He believes, and he has done a lot of research, that how we can control the neurotransmitters and the neurochemicals that our brain releases, and how we can modify our actions based on that. So he was talking about this topic, how food actually controls the behavior, right? So you might have noticed that how some sugary foods that we eat, and once we start eating them, we want to have more and more and more.
Yes, I want to.
Yeah, exactly. You just get stuck in that cycle.
Yeah.
And it has all to do with dopamine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said that we have this concept, or we have this understanding that it's all dopamine and all these neurotransmitters, or the receptors for them are in the brain, but they're not. Those receptors are in your gut as well. So there was this study done. So when you eat something sweet, those receptors in your gut, they are activated, right? And so there was a study in which people were asked to eat salty and then non-salty food, like sweet or not sweet, that is food, and they were blindfolded. So they basically didn't have any idea what they were eating, and their taste buds, they were inactive. So they couldn't taste the food they were eating. So they had no idea if they're eating sweet or salty
Yeah, or
food.
savory. Yeah.
But they still got into, so the people who are ingesting sweet food, they were craving for more. It's because of the dopamine effect. So because it went in your body, it doesn't really matter. So in the savory foods that we eat, the processed ones, they have sugar in them as well.
Yes, yeah, a lot.
Exactly, they have sugar in them,
Yeah.
and that's why once you start eating them, you can't stop.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because your body has already sensed that there's something outside that's present, and these receptors, they need to be activated, and then that release of dopamine, you get into that cycle. Stuck in that cycle. So I found that extremely fascinating. I hope I have conveyed it correctly, the story, but it's just fascinating how our body is, it works in miraculous ways.
Yeah.
It's just this a perfect homeostasis, like a perfect stable environment in there.
Yeah.
It's a world of its own, seriously.
Yeah. But I think sugar was never made for human. If we go back into the hunter-gatherers' time, sugar was not made for human body. We have developed sugar, we have processed sugar, introduced sugar into our diets, and now it's so hard. And even for me, like I'm a sweet tooth, and I love my sweets, and I am not having sweets now because of this, all the diet changes. But I think the choice of food, what you have, like if when we were talking about the macronutrients, carbs, proteins, fat, so if you're choosing proteins and fats, heavy proteins and fats in your diet, you will not feel like eating sugar. So
yes.
that's very true, because you are satiated already. So you will not go for that cookie or for that chocolate or for whatever the big dessert. And then sometimes you can treat yourself as well. It's not a punishment.
No, exactly.
That's what we do. That okay, I didn't follow this tonight, or I had a cheat meal, and I'm doomed for like this is not happening, and I can't do this dieting from tomorrow. So no, it's not right. You do that once in a while, and then be mindful of it, that yes, I did that. That was not a healthy choice, but it was in that moment. I wanted to eat that. I wanted to eat that big Sunday ice cream or something, because we have to live as well. But then move on from the next day. You follow your healthy routine. And for me personally, sugar is very bad. So my Ayurvedic doctor who I go to, I have a skin condition called psoriasis, and that's an autoimmune disease, and I have that since my childhood. And this is a very interesting and another subject which we can take in another episode of medicines, and with you being here, that will be very interesting. So we'll see how politically correct we can shape it as well, because I'm all for alternate medicines. I'm very much with homeopathy and Ayurveda. My psoriasis had no cure, and when I came here, I found these Ayurvedic doctors, and they were the first ones to treat my psoriasis on my feet for 25 years. For the first time, I was completely cured. But then that's what they explained me. As soon as I move away from the healthy eating habits, and stress is one big factor. So stress is a very big factor for that. But coupled with a lot of sugar intake and everything, it will be triggered again. So now it was triggered in a different spot. So then I go back to them and I'm like, okay, I need something. I need some remedies to cure this again. And he told me that you have diabetes of skin. You have to completely come off sugar. And I was like, no, I don't have diabetes. My blood says I don't have diabetes. I don't. So it's like, no, that's what your blood says, but it is diabetes of skin. And then he showed me a study as well where psoriasis is actually called diabetes of skin. So as soon as I eat sugar, it increases my insulin, as for everyone, but then it instantly impacts my skin and flares up the skin and flares up my psoriasis as well. So when I started this diet, my psoriasis has been a lot better as well. So, and then when I went back to them and said that I'm not having any sugar because now I'm on a diet and I'm following this and all these things I'm eating in my everyday diet, and they were like, this is what we were telling you. And now you are dieting because of a different reason. But that's helping my other condition as well. So it's very important to know, as I said, your pre-existing conditions, what you have, not one size fits all, why you are doing what you're doing. And there are a lot of people who really do not care. So I've heard that somewhere as well, that life is very short. Just live it.
Yeah.
Just why do we have to actually deprive ourselves from all the goodness of life? So just live it. If that's what your mantra is, yeah, that's fine also, but that's a choice you're making for yourself. I should be very mindful of that. Yes, this is what the choice I've made in my early stages of life. So whatever happens in the later, I will deal with it at that time.
Yeah.
But if you have that one thought that, okay, I need to be healthy and I need to be fit and you need to do anything with your body, just take those right steps of being active, of being mindful what you put inside you. So instead of having any fad around you, it's just being active. Even if you start walking after every meal, that's the instant thing you can start.
Yeah.
Another instant thing you can start is have as much water as you can.
Yeah.
Very, very mindfully eat water. If you drink water, sorry. If you forget about it, put alarms. We have technology now. So put alarms. Every 30 minutes, put an alarm which alarms you, drink water. Drink water. That's the easiest things we can do, which I'm telling you with my experience. I drink a lot of water. And that affects the skin also. It's the first thing which it impacts. If you hydrate it impacts your skin. Yeah. So just little changes. Yeah. And if you want to do something really big, then of course you need to go to a dietitian or a nutritionist and have a plan made for yourself, which is just completely what will be best suited for you. But sustainability and consistency.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. I actually, this is also, I think it's been a year since I've started drinking plenty of water, and having a drink bottle has really helped. So get yourself a drink bottle, and it just actually, it gives it, you know how much water you're drinking. You can keep track of it. So having a drink bottle has really helped. Keeping up my hydration. I have a 2 liters drink bottle at work, and everyone just looks at it almost every day and say, how do you drink this much water? I'm like, well, you see me every day drinking this. You just drink it. So,
Yeah, this was interesting. I think we touched on a lot of things. It's a very, very vast subject also. So we were thinking before starting, shall we just divide this into 2 parts? But we just went with the flow, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you start sharing your story, and it just goes with that flow, and there's so much of experience in it, so much of lives we have lived through, all the ups and downs and commitments and then non-commitments to the health and fitness goals. But one thing I would say, everybody makes I think everyone, or 90% of the people on this planet, make health and fitness goals in January as their New Year resolution.
And they let go of it at the end of the January.
Yes. yeah. So that's not why we had this episode at the start of this year, at the early start of this year. But it's something which we should be
there,
mindful of
there are
every day.
organizations
Every
making
day.
money out of this thought process.
Yes, that's right. That's so true. So true. So yes, it was really, really good chatting. And then I wanted to talk about the GLPs and all those other things as well,
Yeah.
and how what the factors on those are. But I think we'll keep that for the next one. We'll talk about specifically talk about medicines and supplements and GLPs and sugar satiating and curbing drugs which we have. So let's do an episode of drugs. What you say, Ruj? With you being here.
That's absolutely right. I'm with you on that. I'm absolutely I'm flexible. I'm open to any knowledge that comes through my way.
Yeah.
But I would also like to mention this, that you probably would contradict me, but it's okay. Contradiction is important as well. That I think there's an illusion as well that weight loss and that's it's all about willpower. But there's a lot to it than that as well. There's genetics. There's so many things that are involved. There are hormones, a lot of things. It's not just about willpower. We have people who actually go through all these diets, but still they don't
that's right.
They don't benefit from it.
That's right.
So the GLPs they've been used widely, and it's frowned upon as well. But I would not like to neglect the benefits, or they have provided. They have helped people. They have helped women who were infertility as well. But then again, it comes to that approach about how to do it in a healthy way. Right. So you're not feeling that hungry, but and you're losing a lot of fat, but you're also losing a lot of muscle mass as well. So doing it under supervision, choosing the right health professionals, and doing it in the right way, so that you can get the most benefit out of it, than suffering the long-term losses. So just like we said, that it's good to know how you can benefit from the environment. So that's how we can think of this as well. It's one way of looking at it as well. So that's all I want to say. I hope you agree with me.
I do. I've changed now because I'm reading a lot, and a lot of research and work from doctors and researchers. I'm reading about it, and people are moving in different directions. So there's a certain school of thought which are completely against it. There are a lot of contradictions and a lot of hype about it as well. But for what my understanding from my study as of now is that it really helps if you have certain pre-existing conditions, which is not making a normal diet or whatever we're talking about, combinations of macronutrients and exercising and walking and changing a lifestyle is still not helping. So this gives that help and boost, as you said as well, and that's what I've been very interested to know, because it's just everything we hear on social media, right? But then it's not I inject myself with it and I just lose my weight. No, there's a lot of work which you need to do, and I have a very close colleague who is going through that journey, so I keep talking to her as well, which is also very helpful for my understanding. Will I be personally doing that? No, as of now, no, because I don't need. Exactly. So because I have other friends who have asked that, what do you think? Shall we just think about it? It's so easy. Why do we have to go on a diet? Why do you have to lose? Why do you have to leave all these good things to eat? You just take the GLP and still eat whatever.
You can't. You can't.
This is the myth. This is the myth, and that was the myth.
You can't lose weight if you do that.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can never come out of it as well.
Yes.
So the goal should be, I go on it, it helps me, and then I follow strictly what the doctor and the practitioners are saying, and then I come off it. So the goal should always be how soon I can come off it, because you
Yes.
can't keep on injecting yourself and
exactly
feel
right.
nauseous. So one major side effect or effect of a GLP, which I have read, is you feel nauseous all the time.
Yeah.
Because it is curbing your hunger. So that's what it is doing.
Yeah.
So what it does, it completely curbs your hunger. You don't feel hungry, so you don't eat. So that's what it does basically in a layman language.
Yeah, so it's basically that side effect that you're talking about. It happens in the initial stages of treatment, and a lot of people give up using Ozempic because of that side effect, because that nausea feeling is there all the time, because it reduces your gastric emptying, so the food is staying in your stomach for longer, and that's why you don't feel that hungry, right? But then, having said that, it can definitely play a role of a catalyst in bringing about that change, or getting the results that you've been craving for so long. And then you can use that to bring about lifestyle changes that you can sustain for a longer period of time. So it just comes to how it's used. And then I was just, when you were saying about this, there's so much contradictions, so many contradictions, and so much hype about, the negativities and the positivities and all that. I just feel that back in the day, there would be the same things happening, but now the information is so accessible. There's so much information, and that information was for us to benefit from. But it's not always the case. Where we are mostly we get lost in the hype, but we actually forget the true matter. That is it beneficial? Is it not? What works for me? So let's say if my friend is asking me if I should go on Ozempic or not, so that's something that the person needs to decide. That's a discussion to have with your health professional. So that decision should not come from hearing a contradicting view on social media or hearing a positive view on social media about that thing. It should come from you, from your health professional, and it should come from what works for you, and what are your goals, what are you trying to achieve from it.
Exactly. What are your goals?
Exactly. So this, I think that too much information has it actually, it makes us forget the matter that actually needs attention.
Because if you're a close to 50-year-old woman with a lot of fat in your body and have done a lot of things but has not worked, so it is helpful. It is good that you go on that with a plan to come off it, reduce that weight, reduce that fat, because it will not be good when you are going towards your late 50s and 60s. So so that's that completely.
And if someone is going through a knee replacement, they need to lose that weight. So that's a quick way. So you can't. It's just like looking at. You can't expect an overweight person who has been trying or has had some comorbidities because of that. You can't really expect them to start lifting weights and things like that. It helps people who need it the most. And it's all about using it the way it's meant to be used. So but it is a lovely chat. I just love it how we just start and without any script.
Exactly. And then we just share stories.
Exactly. And the points we have written, we don't even refer to that. We just go with the flow. And that's what's beautiful about this. I think that's what we get when we don't confine things into certain labels. You just it's just a conversation, and I hope people out there are enjoying listening to us.
That's right. Thanks guys for tuning in.
Thank you. Bye.
This is us, Uruj and Sabika, signing off.
If any of these thoughts lingered with you after listening, don't let them sit alone. Follow us, reach out, and help us grow a community shaped by curiosity, honesty, and shared reflection. Until next time, be kind and gentle to yourself and others around you.